Hello, I am going to do a couple of tutorials to help you be able to access library resources. Um, I know I go over this in class, but sometimes it's helpful to have something to refer to um, outside of class in case you forget the steps. Okay, so for almost every single library resource that I'm going to talk about, you're going to start at the library homepage. Okay, I will go over some other types of sources, um, but for the most part, let's just first begin by looking at where do we find the library databases and what types of databases are available to you for different types of sources. So first of all, here I am at the Ely Library page. The first step, this path is the same for like literally everything. You go to research, then you go to databases right here. So this is going to pull up, oh, pardon me. This is going to pull up a list of all of the databases that Westfield subscribes to. You will not need the vast majority of these. Okay, so let's just go over a couple that you may need. So here are some of my recommendations. So for books, I find that if you go to W and you go to WorldCat, WorldCat is, and then I always go to the advanced search option. Okay, this is the search box that you want, where you can type in several terms. Okay, this is very good for finding scholarly books. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of adjustment to your search terms, but once you figure out how to use it, it's pretty much the best place to find books. You can, one of the cool features that it does, let me try women's rights here. Okay, so regardless of what you pull up, you'll notice there's these little green markers here. This is really useful because this tells us what books Westfield actually owns, but you can absolutely find books that Westfield doesn't own. And in a different tutorial, I'll show you how to do something called interlibrary loan to access those books. All right, next, JSTOR. So JSTOR right here under J is, in my opinion, the most useful database, oh, that's big, for finding scholarly articles. Okay, this is extremely easy to use and it will turn up excellent results. Again, you do have to scroll through them once in a while, but the results are very good. Okay, so WorldCat, JSTOR, and then last for finding secondary sources through the database, I really like, hold on, I gotta go down in the A's to America History and Life. America History and Life is very good for finding U.S. related topics. There is some other stuff in there, but mostly U.S. topics. And they tend to be topics that have a little bit more social history, cultural history, popular culture, things like that in them. So I really like this database. And also, something you'll notice is that right here it says EBSCOhost. EBSCO is like a service that runs a lot of these specialized research databases, and you can actually go into here. So if you, like I tend to go to it through the America History and Life, and I go to choose databases, and you can actually select as many as you want to. Okay. I think it's risky to hit select all, but like Academic Search Complete is excellent. Historical abstracts. I'll talk about American Antiquarian Society in a different one. That's not really useful for this purpose. Masterfile, Premier. Oh, and Eric. Here it is. I was looking for this one. Okay, so the ones I just selected here are very large general research databases, and so you can get such good results from all sorts of articles. In all of these different searches, whether it be America History and Life, JSTOR, or WorldCat, I caution you, initially, don't click any of these filters, okay? Like on JSTOR here, you'll notice there's a ton of different filters, and same thing on EBSCOhost. Don't do that because you don't want to limit your results, and sometimes they just don't work the way that you want them to, okay? So those are 3 different ways to find scholarly sources, journals, and books using the Ely Library databases. And you can also go back there. Oh, not that far. Okay, you can also use this search bar right here in the middle. It's not great all the time, okay? So generally what I use this for is if I want to find a specific book or title that I know Westfield has. You can use it to search generally all books and articles, but the results are mixed, okay? So using the databases for scholarly secondary sources. I will do another one next.